Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Hello. Hello, hello. Mic's working. That we don't crash again. Already bright and early, right before a crash. Computer crash. Oh, my internet's garbage too. No, it's not that bad actually. All right. So what we're going to be doing this morning is generating some characters, and then we're going to be turning those into avatars. We're going to be diffusing some characters. Diffusing? Yeah, I think that's the right word. May turn on chat. I accidentally closed that. Should be good. All right. So the hope is to get some AI generated avatars into Resonite quickly. We're going to experiment with how fast can we move? How fast can we get these characters in? I think it's a good question and one I want to know. All right, so we're going to start with image to image. Double check my settings here. Cool, that's good. We're going to get our character. I have to remember to close Photoshop before diffusing. Here's our prompt, our first guy. So we'll call him a medieval villager, peasant, worn clothing, grunge, male, brown hair, 40 years old, concept art, detailed, and on the negative we'll put ugly, bad, vague, blurry, sure, something like that. And let's change our steps to 768 by 768, our size. We'll turn down the denoising right about there, and it should be good. Generate. Good morning, everyone. Hello, welcome. We're getting into the swing of things. Hopefully I don't crash. Hello, Thorn. Good morning. Welcome. Let's turn up the diffusion a little bit more. That's kind of vague. Let's say 0.4. And we'll turn up the batch count to 4. We'll generate 4 images. Well, hello, Thorn. Happy Monday. Welcome to the stream. Hello, hello. How's your weekend? Good. It was good. Well, that's good to hear. That's good to hear. We're going to be doing some experimenting, getting some characters, AI characters. Nice shave, thank you. I'm fresh. Feeling fresh. Hello, Zuru. Good morning. Happy Mondays. It's a new haircut. Yes, I just got a haircut the other day. One of these days. We'll do this guy. His hands are fucked, but we don't care about the hands. Do not care about the hands. So we'll take this guy, open Photoshop, fresh out of the womp. Got my womp. Sit down. Ooh. Haven't seen you in a while. Oh. Appreciate the follow, you fave. Welcome. Haven't seen you in a while. I have been kind of caught up working on stuff that I could only stream on Discord. So that was kind of my main Oh, I lost my file. I've been loafing today. Well, good. Yeah, I should be back for most of this week, though Thursday and Friday I probably won't stream at all, maybe even Wednesday, because my brother's getting married, so it's going to be a busy week outside of that. Excuse me. All right, yeah, we do have a file. Good. Here's our file. We can go ahead and take from this, paste. Pretty offline last few weeks, so yeah. Hello, Arctic. Good morning. Welcome. Yeah, my brother's getting married. Should be a good time. We'll just stick this one right into the image to image. Into image to image, and we'll just do it again. How dare he not get married to me? I'll let him know. I'll let him know. Busy getting angry about normals in Blender at the moment. No! Get those normals. Got pretty sick with my stomach. Broke up with my sailor boyfriend. It was tough, but good to see you. Well, I'm sorry about the breakup. I'm sorry about you're feeling sick still. Hopefully that's clearing up now. Well, welcome to single life again. And hi, Thorn. I don't want to get married. All I need is a sugar daddy. Don't we all? His head looks so weird. His head's so big. I feel like the colors I chose are not super great. Also, this frill is like so goofy. Let's go ahead and remove medieval and try again. I'm applying for sugar daddies. Let's see. I wish my monitor was just a little bit higher. Need a new monitor. But so if you missed the end of last week, I've been getting a lot more people into Resonite, which is very similar to VR chat. It's for the PC. You don't need VR to play. But I'm trying to encourage everyone on chat to come and join me, and we'll make stuff together. So right now I'm going to be trying to make some NPCs that will get into the world. But the goal, long-term goal, is to do D&D in that program. So we'll get some like actual games together, which should be super fun. Let's turn up the denoising a little. And I'm going to switch this to Keras. Resonite. Resonite. I'll spell it out for you. Resonite. Very similar, just an S instead of a Z. Oh, made this over the weekend. I'm also trying to wrangle normals about to hide seams. Hey, these look awesome. You made these, Arctic? Oh, that's so cool. A mimic barrel? That's going to be amazing. Holy shit. That's so seamless, too. Hello, Greeny 8K. Hear me out. Do you actually play VR chat? Every now and then. I don't play it to socialize, for the most part. That's so freaking cool. This is super cool, Arctic. I cannot wait to play around with this. Yeah, we'll get this in Resonite today, if you'd like. But I do play Resonite. So Resonite's very similar to VR chat, Greeny. And the goal, D&D in VR. Because I like VR chat. There's a lot of beautiful worlds in there. But I want to have an activity. I can't just sit there. I need something to do. It's only seamless when I get odd shadows when open when I have the normal modifier on. D&D and VR, fuck yes. Hell yeah. Would you be down to VR chat boxing? I stopped by that world a little while ago. It's pretty interesting. It's pretty interesting. Ooh, this is noisy. Here. I like this one. But I will switch it back to this one. Send this one image to image. Cool. And generate again. Just went on a 37 win streak. Heck yeah. Am I a D&D geek? I DM a game for my buddies here, and I'm hoping to DM a game for y'all. So we'll do like a stream-based D&D campaign. That's kind of the plan. Only lose it to a cheating fuck. Well, heck yeah. Hopefully you're feeling sweaty. Get that VR exercise. Arctic, again, this is super cool. And for the normals, should be okay, even if we used an unlit texture Arctic, then you wouldn't have to worry about any normals. If you just use an unlit texture, which I may kind of use as the D&D aesthetic, because I'm lazy. Why is this one there? What's that? I only want this one. There we go. Hey, follow. Greenie, thank you for the follow. Good job on kicking butt VR boxing today. Oh, that camel toe. Dang. This is better. I like that. All right, we'll do this one. I'm going to turn up the sampling to 30. Switch this back to Euler A. Turn down the denoising. And generate. You're not Australian. Damn. No, I am not. I'm in Texas. Might have to send you the model over then. Trying to figure out the normals is melting my tiny brain at the moment. Well, feel free. I'd love to play around with it. Did you update your model lately for this? Excuse me. We're still using the same AI models. Hello, Snardom. Good morning. I'm making a base avatar for this that I'll probably put on Gumroad. But the goal today is to make some simple AI NPCs. I could probably just go with one of these images we have right here, and get those into Resonite as quickly as possible. But we'll just be using some very simple baking techniques. These guys look very noisy. It's like a subtle noise to them. Okay, I think I like this guy. Well, he's the same as this, so we'll keep this one. And then what I'm going to do is switch it back down to batch size 1. We're going to go to SD upscale. You know what? Actually, I will say none. We're going to keep this guy right here. So copy this image. I'm going to paste him into here. And we'll call this, I think I was calling this guy Tom. So we'll call him Tom. And we'll make a new one. So we're going to do 4. We're going to do 4 AI NPCs. Zoom, hello. Morning, Zoom. Hello, hello. Welcome. Cool stuff, cool stuff. I've been trying to figure out what to do since I hopped into Resonite again. I've been filled with ideas, only then to think, oh yeah, time. That is precisely why I'm kind of bringing out the diffusion models and trying to mess around with that, because it's like, oh man, I want to put together a campaign really quick. Oh yeah, if I have to make each NPC by hand, that'll be 4 weeks of work. But if we can get it down to 4 hours, then we're in a good place. All right, so what should this next guy be? We have a few characters. I think I'm going to do Lily the Innkeeper. Do Lily the Innkeeper. So we're going to make a lady here. Call it Lily. And let's give her some very simple colors to start with. Oh, don't crash. Don't crash. Okay. Tablet's not responding though. Just checking the stream, making sure I'm not going to crash. Please don't crash. But I also need to turn on Gaumon. If I crash after turning on Gaumon, then I think I know. I think I will have isolated what's crashing my computer. So hopefully I don't crash, but. I mean, imagine this. Run a llama. Pick a cool model. Serve it on your own machine, local API, and Resonite start doing some basic gets from your local AI. It's all just ideas, not a single line of code effort put in or anything. I know, I'm 100% with you. Like, oh, I mean, there's already 3D models, generators, AI 3D model generators. So it's like you could just have an API call where you're like, hey, get me this. I need a gold coin. Generate a gold coin for me, and it sends you a model and uploads it directly to Resonite. I'm on a 15 watch streak. Heck yeah. I mean, Sam's streams are becoming more stable. Well, good. They do feel a little bit more stable. Knock on wood. I feel less stable, though, mentally. You know what? I'm just going to use the color wheel. We'll do... I think we'll give her like a light blue apron. Something like this. Or a blue dress. Like a kind of cream colored shirt. A little bit lighter. And I think I'll try to make the arms longer than I might actually need them to be. Normally you always break my streaks with your shenanigans. Well, here's my advice, Zoom. You gotta stop streaking. And this time I'll also imply. I mean, I'm just, you know, we're all thinking it. Oh, it's probably a little bit greener than I anticipated. Oh well. I just want to imply a lot, and then we'll make her white. I don't know, let's make her a little bit tanner. With blonde. It's kind of straw blonde. And just an implication of a face. Oh, that looks like something. And actually, let's give her a slightly lighter blue front to the apron. And then some shoes. Some little shoes. Proportions are a little funny. Now I know that has a second meaning. Hello, Eventide. Welcome. Hello. Good morning. I'm only on my second streak, but still enjoying a lot. I'm happy to hear that. There's going to be a lot of fun stuff this upcoming month, because I'll be moving to a new place after my brother gets married, because obviously I don't want to live with him and his wife. So I'll be moving to a new place, but it'll be like a studio. I'm really pumped. So I'll have like full reign over this space, and we're going to be really pushing very hard to do the turn this stream into like a collaborative D&D. I should stop saying D&D because I don't want to do anything corporate or copyrighted, but like TTRPG in VR. I'm going to bring you all into it. You guys will be either the monsters or the players, and we'll have a lot of fun with it. I'm super excited. You may be able to tell. Cheaper rent, though. Yes, it should be. And we'll call villager, peasant, female, 60 years old. Being a bad guy would be fun as hell too. I love that idea. I'm actually super excited to be like a little goblin stabbing you guys. Or something like that, you know? Being the monster, like, ah! And then, okay, like, again, if we're in VR, there's so much stuff you could do. Like voice changers, sound effects. Oh, I'm so pumped. I am going to switch the model here to Rev. Sounds like too much work. In what way? What, being a... Oh no, I'm hoping to supply you all, like, you guys should just, the goal is for me to be able to give you guys a very solid footing to just jump in and have fun. Killing hopeful players would definitely be a hobby, not work. I like to think of it as a passion, a calling, if you will. No, it sounds like too much work, as then teacher is always the one students see as the bad guy. You fighting your students there, Snardom? Hey, you should get them into Resonite. There's tons of ways. Man, you could really. Well, first you have to learn Resonite, but do you imagine having a classroom in Resonite to teach game design? That'd be so much fun. Be in the game to teach the game. Voice changers is something I'm really interested because you have to train the voice AI for a while in order to work. No, I think there's some that do just work straight out of the box. But if you want a specific voice that doesn't exist, then yes. But it's getting really quick nowadays. Like some of those, like the OpenAI just said they have an AI model that can clone your voice from 30 seconds of audio. So it may be pretty negligible in the future. Is it worth having material for each item or put multiple ones onto them? So like having several swords on one material, another with a few bows, etc. I think using a single material for all of them is probably the most optimized way to go about it. If you want to go towards the optimization direction, the fewer materials, the better. Wendy, hello, good morning. Not really, you can use like 10-minute depending on AI. You are simply tuning it, not fully training. I'll turn down the denoising a little. And yeah. By the way, I was playing with my Curious box the other day, but I can't find any way to adding movement logic. I can make it move to a set position, but I can't have it where it dynamically moves to it, if that makes sense. Once you figured it out yet, I believe there are some options to tween, or like do in-betweens. So that's probably what you'd want to do. This point to this point, and then it'll tween over time between those. And there's also a smooth lerp, which I believe is the same thing, a similar thing. Noising. I'm gonna turn off the face stuff. Is there a face thing? Turn up the batch count. A little bit lower. Check. Optimize! Tween/smooth lerps. But yeah, it is in there. I can't remember where it is though. I'll look for it though. Resonite would be really good to teach game design, with the critical exception that you don't really learn coding or blueprint. You can only learn the way it works inside Resonite, but it is not that transferable. There are some good similarities, but definitely it wouldn't be like a one-to-one. You'd probably have a much better idea of how Unity works, but negligible. I was hoping for an old lady, just making her look really young. Classic AI. The name I can search for. Thanks. Absolutely. Things under transform drivers. You want to make it where the box stops trying to kill Sky. Yeah, it was funny. I was in there over the weekend just doing some small tests, and I like look over and the box is like looking at me. We need to put a little face on it. Still kind of vague. Let's turn up the denoising a little. Someone amused that I'm also fixating on non-VR chat projects at the moment. You know, I love VR chat, but it's been super nice to get into Resonate and just feel like I'm not encountering constraints, I'm just encountering a lack of knowledge. It's like, oh, I know I can do that thing. I just don't know how to do it yet. Versus VR chat where it's like, oh, let me think of some stupid ass exploit for this silly system that someone made up. Anyway, VR chat is good. Like I'm only complaining just because I want more out of it. Perfect. This looks good. This is a perfect one. Look at those weird toe clogs. Yeah, I like this one here. One more time. Send it in. And we'll do another pass. Oh, I should have saved the prompts. Is it saving my that I'm using? Perfect. It's gonna be fun once I understand how to add logics correctly. I fear doing anything past basic stuff will be very hard without custom scripts. You know, I was looking at it and it seems there is some ability to customize the expressions. I don't know what that means. I didn't play with it, but possible. Maybe. No winners, IMO. There's some fun to be had on all platforms, and wishing one company would make one final solution is usually not a good idea anyway. This way I get to experience variety at least. Absolutely. I think she looks the best, but I wish her face was old. I was hoping for an old face. But this will do. So I'm going to copy this one, go back to Photoshop, paste her. So that's Lily. We've got Tom, got Lily, and let's make another character. This guy's going to be a blacksmith character, or maybe the mayor or something. Is there any actual competitive options for VRC? Though Resonite is great, but maybe the point of entry is higher. VRChat, with how they've built out their system, I don't think will scale. This is my opinion. I don't think it will. It's not the future. It will not be the most popular platform in 10 years. Unless they change how items work, how worlds work. But when you're in Resonite, realizing that you can change the world around you, that it's going to save, that you can script and make things collaboratively with the people right next to you, and in that moment, like, I can't describe how much that's the future. Like that's what it should be like. That is the Ready Player One future. And so I think in that way, if Resonite doesn't surpass VRChat, some other platform that does that hits those same boxes eventually will. It may not be Resonite, but I think at the moment there isn't realistically if you simply look at absolute numbers. I will preach. All right, so we're gonna make this guy. He's gonna be tan. We'll give him darker skin, and we'll give him a red jacket. And a beard? Yeah, let's give him a beard. A little bit darker there so we can get some eyes implied. Imply the eyes. Just making Minecraft skins for custom models. We started a new ATM9 and Dragon Survival server last night in anticipation of the latter updating soon with new body configs. A lot less exciting. That sounds exciting to me. I mean, certainly there's a lot more you can do immediately in Minecraft. Oh yeah, I see. Yeah, VRC is like great proof of concept, sets a template for better platforms to build on. Exactly. Resonate feels like it's one step away from greatness with their system. The style they do, it feels like the future, but they're clearly trying things out right now. Absolutely. One of the interesting things with Resonate, though, is that there are people using it in enterprise applications. Like there's like a medical branch of Resonate, or my basic understanding what's going on there. Someone's made like um, a a business application out of Resonate, and that's possible in that program, and that's super interesting and super intriguing to me. Who knows how that will play out, but you know, maybe if the D&D stuff here takes off, I would want my own custom build of Resonite. What are we going to call this guy? Made a little list earlier. Father Alwyn. Sure, Alwyn. Oh, there we go. Yeah, some are using the HoloLens in a business application to shill a product. Still a ship product. Gotcha. HoloLens, yeah. I don't disagree. Oh, let's apply some hands. Oops, spelled that wrong. I can live with that though. Or yeah, I'll keep it there. Villager, male, bearded, male, bald, and we'll say, I don't know, 30 years old. And I'm gonna put in cloth fabric, just so I can get a little more wrinkles out of there. It has an awesome desktop. Hello, good morning, Cornfather. Dumb question. Perhaps does Resonate have a desktop mode? Yeah, you can switch in between them, in between the desktop and VR mode in game. It's all wizard for me in desktop mode. I feel like I'm in VR without hands in there because I'm so used to VR. Resonate could just make an easy mode or an even easier drag and drop template system. Might be easier for non-devs to get into it. My hope is to build really simple tools in Resonate that do give people that ability. Like imagining when we get the D&D stuff built up, like casting spells, I would want it as simple as I need to replace this texture, and now I'm casting a different spell. So that's my hope, is that if we build up a community that are building these tools, that it would be relatively simple to adapt things, or at least that you wouldn't have to do it on your own. I'm gonna stand up. Stand up. Because already Namorous, shout out to Namor's out there, has already made some weapons. Arctic's making a mimic. I'm going to be making some NPCs. I think we'll have something quite compelling in 2 weeks. You know, like you were talking about, if Resonite gets popular, I personally think that D&D is the best fit for Resonite, and if that doesn't make it blow up, then it's a little doomed anyway. Uh-oh, this froze. here and enter. Let's close Photoshop's window. Still fumbling about the logic. Me too. Me too. But we'll fumble together. It's lagging really badly on my stream. If I crash, I'll be back in a little bit. Hopefully I do not. Just gonna start closing stuff. Forgot to ask, how do you want to get the files to you? Discord, if it's small enough, you can just Discord DM it to me directly, and I'll try to develop maybe Google Drive in the future. I wonder, I wanted to create a reptile breeding sim that is more actual training, hands-on experience without messing around making mistakes with live animals. Oh, interesting. That's wild. It's pretty cool though. Dragon breeder. Whoa, those ears are terrifying. This guy's outfit's pretty cool, actually. Yeah, I like this guy. I think putting in fabric improved the quality quite a bit. Yeah, we're gonna go with this one. Copy. Thankfully, my computer didn't crash. I could feel it chugging, though. Really feel it chugging. Can't even get a proper if statement to work. I can make it myself, Resonite. Stupid separate components I need to add. Yeah. Get a headless server, then you won't need to be online, and people can work on the headless. Paid options. Oh. Won't need to be online, people can work on the headless. I don't quite know what that means. I think when you say online, I wouldn't have to be connected to Resonite then? Oh, these guys look so goofy. This guy looks really good, actually. Bye. Note to self, make the arms a little bit longer. All right, one last character, and then we're going to start working on upscaling these and getting ready to make the avatars. Headless means running a program without visuals most of the time. Oh. Get a headless server. Funny. So would that mean that Zoom could just script things? So it'll run, but you won't see it run, and those usually run from servers in the cloud. Oh, gotcha. Okay. I think I'm a little vague on the idea, but I think I know what you mean. Not sure if they offer headless options to run locally. I did see the phrase headless somewhere in the Resonite documentation. What that means, I do not know. All right, we're going to do one more lady here. We'll do Ella the milkmaid. Takes care of the cows and produces the creamiest milk. Sorry. Funny. Okay. Joke in there somewhere. I just don't know where. And we'll give her, I'm going to give her a green outfit. I haven't done any green clothing yet. And boom. A little bit darker for the eye sockets. I have to remember to turn off some of the features. Remember to not leave on the beard, so that will give us a weird blending. Yeah, a little bit taller, thinner character, and with some motif on her clothing. And she's wearing pants. Cool. And Ella, I believe is the name. ChatGPT can explain it better, I guess. Certainly in software development, headless typically refers to a system of architecture where the front-end presentation layer, the head, is decoupled from the back-end functionality and data storage. Interesting. Ella. Ella, Ella, eh, eh. Grunge. Say all female, braided hair, dark skin. Cool. Generate. Also, so for the stuff that I'm doing here, my goal is to share as much of my workflow as possible, so you all would be able to take what I'm doing, turn it into your own thing. Cool, she looks good. I like this one. We'll go with this one. Copy. And slap it into Photoshop so we know which one we want to use. Can I just copy and paste from Photoshop? Like if I went here and I just, yeah, whatever. Okay. Now what are we going to do? Now we would like to make the back version of them. So we've made the front side. Now we want the back side. So for example, in here, we're going to make a new layer after we sample this. Go in here. Invert that. No, actually this is where we want it. And then filter, blur, and Gaussian. Something like that. Actually, no. Select this and then select grow. Expand 20 pixels. That's too much. Say 5 pixels. Cool. Then filter, blur, Gaussian. Okay. And this is going to be our mask. So some of this stuff I do have a little bit more. Oh shit, I turned the wrong layer. And we'll call this Ella 01, 02 mask. G-blur, for those that's too late to figure out the proper pronunciation. Hey, G-blur. Send this one here. Now we're going to use the image to image again, but we want to emphasize that back view. And front view facing camera. Okay. Say facing away. And in here, No, there's a way to mask it. In Paint upload. Yeah, here we go. Lord, why can't I do that? With the in paint masked, mask content, original, in paint area, whole picture, only masked. That doesn't really matter. And I guess we'll get the mask here. That worked. Okay, we'll just file, export, O2. Wait for it to export. Sometimes Photoshop does not work well with that. All right, so now the hope is that it will give us a back view of the character. Perfect. That actually worked pretty well. So the braids got a little confused, and one of them gave her like flossing her butt, but butt. This one looks really good. Okay, perfect. Copy. I'm not going to go for perfection with the characters right now. The goal is simply to get something into Resonite quickly. That worked really well. It does work pretty well, which is awesome. So save that there. The face is really weird. And let's do the next character. So we'll start with Alwyn. And we'll select him. Do the same thing as before. We make a layer of black. Select around him. Fill this in with white. Or actually, select, modify, contract by 3. And then filter, blur. All right, save, export my mask for Alwyn to mask. That should be good. Then I would like to, oh, I didn't export his full view. Bam. 2, bam. Wait for it to load. Good, save, close. And then we'll drop him in. Boom. Now, I forgot what I used for his prompt, so we'll scroll down. It should be this one here. I am so hyped up on caffeine right now. Probably actually learn how to use all this newfangled AI nonsense for faster concept generation. It's pretty good. A lot of it is free too, so I think you do have to surrender some creative control though. Like it feels much more like directing someone else to make something for you, and a lot less like you are using it to make stuff for yourself. I need something to add prompts as some kind of metadata with stuff like this. File names are not a great success. This one, he's all still facing forward. I mean, some of these are way cooler, actually. Okay, I could generate a bunch of variations. The goal is to make this guy facing away. Let's just emphasize this one. Yeah, I just kind of came to the realization over the weekend. It's like, AI is not going anywhere. Like, it's time to sink my teeth into it and really make it work for me because it ain't going anywhere. Ah, darn. Let's put this at the very beginning. I do need to steal some hands and feet and heads from other characters, though. Or characters I've made already, I should say. Ooh, interesting. That the back of what is that? It's like a butthole in the back of his head. Oh no. Well, I may get rid of the beard part of the description. And we'll just put bald. I did not enjoy looking at that. Back beard. Butthole beard. They call me back beard. Alright, still gave him one a little bit of like the back of his head. This one I can get away with though. I think all of these, I can paint a lot of this out, so this one's really good. I like this one right here. So copy that image, back to Photoshop, plop it in, then on to the next character, Lily. Hello, Lily. We will take this, actually take it back, this, boom. And we select, and we invert, select, modify, contract, 3, okay, paste, filter, blur, bam. Funny thing is, with this SD and automatic 1111, you could serve this over an API and call it a premium AI service already these days, looking at the bulk of 360 Skybox generators. Oh yeah, and what's funny is like, you can find the all the stuff on like some, was it Civet AI for like making skyboxes. Super easy. I'll probably be making some, maybe not today, but tomorrow. Skyboxes, that is. Here, Lily. To save. No. I'm gonna make a little bit of an adaptation here. I think the way the cloth is folding looks really weird. So we will paint it out a little. Okay. Oh, I probably closed it too soon. No, I didn't. No, that time it did not lose track of her. And then we'll have to hunt down her diffusion. Good. Generate. It's weird to not know enough about a thing to even know what to ask about it. Made him with 1111 before. Mixed results, but doable without tricks or anything, as far as I know. Cool stuff. It feels very different compared to a lot of things. We're still in the early adoption days, Wendy. Plenty of time to learn over time. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, a lot of the interfaces feel very technical and not super straightforward to work with a lot of the time. But hopefully me doing this is enough to give you at least some insight into how things work. Oh, good. That looks really good. Gave her a braid. Ooh. Is that cheese coming out of the back of her head? Terrifying. This one's perfect. All right, one more. Good old Tom. Not a big fan of Tom, honestly. That's okay. Select modify contract. Boom, 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 boom. I should be able to turn that into a hotkey. Including exporting, actually. Okay. Hold Tom. All right. Now, I'd say you need some technical know-how to get it to work, and even then, it doesn't always work as you would like it to. Fair, and it's not really a today problem. My day is getting busy soon, but I suppose I'll look into it more. Well, I look forward to seeing what you generate. I really should have left this in its own folder, since it's just difficult to select them every time. I'm going to remove medieval from this because I think that was giving strange results earlier. Gonna grab a shower and some brekkie. Back in a bit. Sounds good. Yeah, I think after this, we're gonna up-res both views for each of them. So we get a much higher resolution view of both sides, and then we'll move on to Blender. If you would like to run your own stable diffusion models as unable to do what Sam does in stream, you can look at Automatic 11 Stable Diffusion. I'll give you some Google infos on to GitHub if you want to learn more. Yeah, there is an AI channel in my Discord as well, which feel free to ask questions there and stuff. A flower. Some of these are very haunting. We'll do another batch of this. Turn up the denoising just a little. I'll be right back. I'm going to go refill my coffee. All right, I'm back. Coffee acquired. Really give him a butt. Oh, the shoulder blades coming through is surprising. Okay, I think this one's the best. I'm not as excited about Tom, but he'll work for now. Okay, now let's up-res Tom. So we're gonna send this image here, image to image. We're gonna turn down the batch size to 1. We're gonna turn down the denoising strength to 0.3, 0.25. Denoising is like how much change is going to occur. Denoise like all the way to the right means you are just going to get a totally unrelated image. All the way to the left means no change happens at all. SD upscale. I'm going to do in 4 times ultra sharp. And that should be good. All right, perfect. I'm going to sit down now. Yeah. I didn't break anything. I did just drop my phone directly onto my keyboard. Whoopsies. All right, so this gives us a much cleaner result. Ignore the feet. Look at the hair's got a lot more detail now. That should work. Let's I think we can get rid of the back view part and just drop in front view. This one, boom, and do the same thing. I wonder, probably have a batch one, but I want to use, yeah, that's fine. No, didn't. What? Where's my, weird. All right, well, we'll put this back on again. I'll just do the normal SD upscale. That must have been what I closed when I dropped my phone. All right, we're just chilling. It's going to be a little slow. Feel free to ask any questions, but right now we're just waiting on stuff to generate. His head's huge compared to his body. And it still gave him like kind of this cartoony feel, which I don't mind too much. But no, it'll be interesting to see how we fuse those together. Okay, on to the next character. Drop in Lily front view. Grab her description. And upscales on, generate. I might turn up the denoising just a little. 0.3 instead. Good. Got a little bit of beard. That's okay. And a lot of toes. An Attack on Titan level amount of toes and fingers. Hello, Sky. Good morning. Welcome. Yeah, let's turn up the denoising to 0.35. And I'm going to try that again. Just give it a little bit more ability to change. But hello, Sky. We're generating some images that we're going to use to create avatars very quickly. At least that's the hope. That's the plan. Correct. Yeah, I'm going to use some subdivision workflow and some texture projection. With AI, I'm not going to make AI generated mesh because those are a little too dense, and I want to be able to add facial animation. So we're going to kind of make a base avatar that we'll use to make these other versions. I don't know why the beard. Why the beard? Did I grab the? I did grab the wrong description. Oopsies. That would do it. That would do it. There we go. This is what I want. It's going to be a little bit loud in the background. Hopefully that's not getting picked up too much. It's definitely getting picked up, isn't it? I don't know if it's getting picked up. All right, we're just waiting on this to load. But again, feel free to ask any questions or tell me how your weekend went. We're just chilling right now. Oh, pop my neck. I went to an event in VR Saturday. Had to wait 30 minutes, and it was amazing. Well, it's good. Certainly worth the wait then. Was it some sort of dance or rave event? Oh, there we go. That looks great. Look at this old lady. Well, no, she's not that old. I was trying to go for like a 60-year-old lady. She feels more like 40s or something. Okay, that all looks good. Oh, I forgot to. How quickly does latency become a thing in Resonate? We're talking sub-second latency or VR chat levels latency. So far, I have not had as consistent lag as VR chat, but sometimes when things are loading in, there is very noticeable lag in Resonate. So seems to be some trade-offs there. Some famous YouTubers organized it. Gotcha. Probably Thrill Seeker then, or Fia. Um, but so far, Resonite seems to be pretty low latency, as far as I can tell. And we'll just put in here 3, 1, 2, 3, facing away. They were both there. Oh, very cool. Well, I'm glad you had fun. It certainly sounds fun. Mm, 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 mm. Lag is fine. I'm bad at making things look good, but I love making stuff do interesting things. So I'm thinking of creating NPC creatures, but fighting them needs to be approached very differently if latency becomes +1 seconds, or if local space easily desyncs or something. Oh, very cool. So you're making more of like an AI system for fighting, or some sort of some logic there. For the D&D stuff, it's kind of fun because I think they'll basically just be big puppets, and I'm just gonna kind of approach it that way, you know. Turned her braid into part of her outfit. Darn. Okay, so let's turn down the denoise 0.3, I think. Try again. Probably could have just masked just that part of her actually and redone it. Hello, Pablo. I made Dragon Ball clothes. Nice. For D&D, it's probably not needed, but I love to make a functional creature. Writing AI is what I focused on in previous projects. Oh, very cool. Jotara's clothes. Hey, Sam. Hello, Pablo. I would, you know what I'm really intrigued by, Zoom, is offloading. Like, you just give an LLM a bunch of tools. You're like, you can do these things and then see what kind of decisions it would make in a virtual space, you know. Um, Especially because you could talk to things for the most part now. Forgot to say hello, the most important things. Oh, don't worry at all. But hello, hello. For creatures, it's hard, and having those real time quests not desynced and resonate, it's hard. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, this one will work perfectly. On to the next character. Alwyn. Ugh. We're gonna paint out the back of his head, so actually, you know, I can do that right now. Make a new layer on top of him. Just gonna get rid of this weird butthole in the back of his head. All right, that will work. And let's do a little bit of smudgy. All right, maybe not. Save. File. Export. This will be our back view, so O2B. looks like this guy. This. Start with his front view. And make sure we've got our description of him. Then recently I've been at an MMC event, or what it was called, Figures, but I'm going to try web creator competition thing. They showcase someone published a world for pathfinding options. Oh, very cool. Using A-star examples, sort of nav mesh system, IRC. Since it was published world, you might be able to open up and inspect how they did it. I'd be intrigued by that. That does sound very cool. So far, I haven't seen any sort of pathfinding options for Resonite, which is a kind of a bummer. But you probably could create your own system relatively easy. I don't know. You could just say, yeah, you might be able to do, because you could just actually make mesh cutouts, drop them in Resonite, and say you could only stand on this mesh cutout. Easier said than done, I think. If you don't mind some delay, you could always set up a web server and serve your own API. Ooh. With the nav mesh? Interesting. Love making flocking mechanisms as well. Don't know if that's manageable in Resonite though. Whoa, we got two faces. Got double face. Wild. You and there's like, looks all stringy. Gross. But his face looks really good outside of that. We'll just mirror his face to make that work. And he's got a hand on it. That's definitely a hand right there. Weird. Scary. But it works. And we'll drop in his back view. And we'll make sure to just put up front. Facing away. Generate. Why are there so few VR games lately? Doesn't the industry grow? It's not growing as fast as people thought it was going to 10 years ago. It was a relatively small player base and games are still expensive. You just got to think of the upfront cost, right? You're going to buy a $500 console or you're going to invest $2,000 to play VR. I think until there's a really, really VR will blow up when cloud streaming is really good. And I think it'll probably get good better faster than we think with using like neural networks to denoise like transfer data. Little incentive for your game VR instead of desktop. Yeah, cost of entry has been the biggest reason friends without VR still don't have it. Exactly. It's just upfront a lot of money. But if cloud streaming gets really good and you can just sell someone a $200 VR headset and they can play any game they want with like high resolution graphics, that's probably what it, that could be anywhere between 2 years to 10 years though. His head's even worse. So lumpy. That's okay. We'll paint that out. We'll paint that out. What? Excuse me. Actually, I'm going to redo it one more time. Unless I convince population to buy more headsets. One joined me in desktop mode for a DJ set and has been looking at options ever since. I do think there are a lot more people that want VR than have VR. Skyfire, hello, good morning. Good Monday to you too. I've been lots of fun with VRC sister, so I bring you all happy feelings too. Well, thank you. I'm glad you're having a good Monday. We're making some AI avatars right now. It's an experiment. Sort of. I've done this before. But I think we'll be able to make 4 pretty much fully featured avatars in this style before noon. Man, it really does not like the back of his head. But that's okay. The clothing came out pretty well. Ooh, and look at those feet. Okay, close enough. Feet, hands, and head, those pretty much always have to be replaced afterwards. And I can also texture paint from, like, if I find a picture of a bald guy's head, we'll go with that. Okay, we'll use this. And this should be the last of the upresing before we jump into Blender. Bad VR feet. You know how many feet I'd like to have? All the feet. The thing I was wanting to do with AI is do the 3D mesh with AI, then use quad remesher to decondense the mesh. Thought this would be fast. It definitely will give you something very quickly. Experiments are there to be repeated for the sake of provability of something. And yeah, I think probably not today, but that will be something I experiment with very soon. So if I find a way to make it work well, I'll be sure to let you know, Sky, because I would love to make really quick 3D models, especially for like little like coins and trinkets and things like that. Things that don't have to have super high fidelity. I'd love to have like a treasure chest full of small little props. You pop it open and there's a bunch of little trinkets you can keep. And the cool thing in Resonite is you actually get to keep the items. Like if you find something, you just add it to your inventory, which is so cool. I gave her some jewelry on her forehead. I think I'll have to go back and tell it to remove the jewelry. She has like a little dent in her forehead, this version. Jewelry. Metal. I'm gonna turn up this. Let's make this 40 for tertiary elements. Exactly. I also think there's just so many things to experiment with here, but backdrops for like scenes, for like, oh, you guys are in a village. I can't make the full village, but I could make like some sort of backdrop that gives the impression that you're standing in a village or something. This is for my D&D. So again, I'm trying to bring VR and D&D or RPG stuff together. Role playing, squish it together. I think it's the best fit in my mind. In my mind, VR is made for RPG stuff. But the problem is companies want to own it, and that makes it pretty much impossible to do anything fun. Currently, what is used successfully for 3D is like start with the front, back, side, then once generated, you can feed it to a video AI, make it fill in the blanks, the upscale version. Once done, you can have a video of a 3D model rotating, not 3D yet, then run that through an AI that generates a mesh, and those meshes turn out pretty well, / somewhat workable. Much better. Oh yeah, that looks really good. This character probably came out the best out of all of them, I would say. All right, let's drop in the back view for her, which I did not export yet. Hopefully it cleans up the hair there. In fact, actually, before I hop back, what I'm going to do is take this section and this section and this section, and we're just going to kind of cheat a little. That almost imply that the braids actually connect. I just have to make sure. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Facing away. There's also some good 3D AIs that can take a mesh that you already have and retexture it. That may be one that would probably work even better for this kind of workflow. As I was typing, another friend messaged me to ask about avatar limits. Why can't I upload this one? Well, the video would fill in the blanks. Have not thought this step. Got him. They don't have VR yet, but want them. Gotcha. Resonate problems. Do you need a home world if you spend most of your time in grid space? No. You are one with the cyberspace. Location and position have no meaning for you. Perfect. I like made our butt a lot shinier, but we can live with that. All right, so now we've finished the upscaling. We're going to hop into Blender and actually begin to play around with setting this up. So close this, that, Photoshop. I'm sure we'll open Photoshop again in just a moment. For now, I just want to close Auto 11. Cool. All right. I don't know why I closed the File Explorer. I always do that. Okay. I do want to make a new base body. Even though I probably shouldn't, but I'm going to. I know exactly how I want to unwrap everything now. All right, so now we need hands and feet. Who has hands we can take? I think Vale does. They're understandably delayed financially, though. As a falcon, they sired some nice babies. They're going to have to buy one of the kiddos. Fancy animal hobbies are expensive. I cannot relate. I understand the appeal, but certainly don't think I'd want to have. I'm just not someone who really wants to take care of animals. I like cats because they're basically a plant. The body a little bit bigger. All right, A pose. And this one we do have to do a T pose, don't we? And let's see, does the multi-res work? Moment of truth. Damn. This is what I was hoping for, is that we would be able to. I can't because of these here. The knuckles will prevent me from doing that. No! Okay. Darn. I thought I would have a valid subdivision here. I do not. Okay. Oh, do I want to make a hand from scratch? I know how to do it. Do you ever feel like a surgeon out of Frankenstein's novel? A little bit. Green cats that feed on sunlight. Well, at this point, he's way past Yakuza, at least with the whose hand will I take for this attitude. Cats are at least are social. It's not for everybody, lol. They are a lot of work. Nobody ever wants to make a hand from scratch. I do not. I'm not looking forward to it, but we gotta do it. So, duplicate this, separate, work with just this edge, and should just be groups of 4 that we're making. So, yeah. Okay, take these, bridge. All right. 1, 2. Actually, don't need this edge here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. Right about there. Cool. There. Boom, boom, boom. boom, boom. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Circle. And for each of these, the same thing. Circle, 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 circle. We have the first knuckle, second knuckle, and then the tip of the finger. Oh, this looks frightening. This is usually why I like sculpting beforehand, because subdivision modeling from scratch doesn't look nice. Doesn't look very nice. Most of the time. Cool. It's not great. All right, there we go. Looks so weird. I'll probably go and steal a hand from somewhere else again. Because, yeah, I definitely will. I'll probably just take Vale's hand again. Because I have to apply the subdivision anyway, so. Oh, there's really not too much to worry about when it comes to that. Yeah, okay. And then steal a head from somewhere. Shiloh. Three avatars. Shiloh. Yeah, she already has a hand. Why wouldn't I just take this hand? Perfect. Give me your head and hand. Apparently, box model XD can get very discouraging when everything starts super uggo. It is rough. It is rough. It's amazing how much of art is just like a psychological game with yourself. She has boots as well. Cool. And then I do have feet. I won't need the feet though, because we're probably just going to be using boots. All right. That looks pretty good. Or it's a good start. Yeah. We're going to make a plane. We're also going to make a new collection called projection. And we're going to make a camera in here. We're going to tell the camera to be orthographic at a size of 1 after we change this res to 2048. And perhaps 2 then. Boom. Okay. Okay, cool. So now we've got the projector. Trust the process, trust the process. Call this projector or projector canvas. And in here, we'll add the group, which we'll call project. I'm revisiting my Resonite rigging setup. I haven't looked at it for a while, and Blender 4 happened in between. So I'll take this opportunity to find a flow again. Apparently, Resonite really likes GLTF file formats, which surprised me. But I was struggling to get my characters in there until I realized that that's kind of what I was looking for. It's Abby. It's got this one here. And on this one, we'll add an image texture. No, no need to do new. What we want is NPCs, villagers. And yeah, let's go ahead and resave this file. Villagers. Save. Well, it should, but I usually have more success with FBX, to be honest. Oh, interesting. My FBX export was getting really, really bizarre. It did not seem to be working well. We'll start with Ella. And then on here, add in the UV project mod for the camera. And now we can move the camera around and it's projecting the model. Looks good. For both of them, just want to lower this till we get her feet to touch the ground, right around there. Then go ahead and copy the mod and copy the material. Go to shading really quick and get rid of the principled BSDF so it's just a solid color. All right, and then we just adjust. A second. Should turn on this. Sure, I'm grabbing all of our vertices. Yeah. I'm away home, be back soon. Sounds good. My Echo is still occasionally recommending Despacito. Good. Alexa, play Despacito. But I want to use GLTF more. Since other engines have some options with that, I'd like to be more flexible with format. Apparently it compresses a lot better too. Like, I don't really know the nitty-gritty of it, but there's some people seem very enthusiastic about GLTF, and I think there's something to it. Baka! Take that. Oh, what the... Man, I thought I was grabbing it. Gosh darn it. Arg. Okay, let's back up. And do it one more time. So apparently I wasn't freaking grabbing it, any of it. Thank you. Move that back. See, I thought I had this on. Oh well. I stopped it this time. I've heard, but I don't know the details. It works quite well with animations compressed in there. But I'm just saying words, not knowing anything. Same. Same, same. Huh. I feel like this keeps getting unselected. Alt Z. I must be hitting something that's preventing or doing that. See, it deselected it again. I think. No, no, no. This one's fine. This one's fine. Maybe when I'm trying to hit Alt S, I accidentally hit Alt Z first. That could cause some issues. How the heck do you DM people on Discord? You should just be able to. Oh, I don't have Discord open. It's just like right click and DM them. There's also a find and start conversation. But yeah, if you're in my Discord, you should be able to just go message. Right click on their name and message. Spammers DM me all the time. Can't find out how. Fucking scammers. There was one right at the start of the stream, like, oh, add me on Discord. It's like, no. No. I will not. I also made a post on the Twitter yesterday, like, hey, I'm looking for, other creators, people who want to like be involved in like D&D. And I totally got one scammer right away. I was like, oh, balls. Slam it next time, Joe. All right. She looks a little thin. Give her some cleavage. Give her the semblance of a butt. This really does not have to be perfect. Spammers, I don't think you can set it so specific people can't message you from big public source. Oh, okay. If you're not in my Discord, I do have my Discord link there. So that should add. Cool. She's coming together really quick. Hello, Twitch Live Furry. Welcome. Yeah, I once suggested I should make a thing for myself. Got a bunch of bot replies like commission. But hello, hello, Furry. Welcome. We're working on making some avatars through Diffusion. All right, that looks super good. Waist looks unusually thin. Cool. Looks good. Can't really worry about the hand because it's not going to come out well. Hands and feet do not work well with this with AI workflows. They just tend to fall apart. So the hands will come out, or the face will come out better, most likely. And yes. A little too small. Right about there is good. Nice. Growing so powerful. People think that they hate making hands, and they try to do it with AI hands for them. I'm of the belief that I can do it faster than AI, at least with fingers and the right amount, and all that. All right, so now for, well, actually, we'll do without the hair for now. What we're going to do next is some shader trickery. We're going to duplicate this, and we have our, we're going to take the back side of the character here. Boom. And we're going to mix color, mix these two together through through position to start with. Take the position, or is it texture coordinate? There we go. Surprised that Discord let you send .blend files, to be honest. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. It definitely caps out after a certain size. Hello. Well, thank you for sending that, Arctic. I look forward to messing around. It's Arctic. Very normal. Barrel normal. Factory source. Hopefully textures came with it. Doesn't have any animations because I'm still very much struggling to learn that at the moment. Well, no worries there. I think I'm interested to see if we can use Resonite to like put in an IK. So we just reach in, and then when I want to open it, I'll like manually pull it apart. So we'll do that this afternoon, and I'll definitely, if you're not able to come by, I'll send you some clips of when we get to it. I'm very excited for it though. It's gonna be super cool. So it should be the Y value going in here. Or can I just use a color ramp? We need a map range for sure. Okay, how this works. I've done it before. Oh, it's probably in my Shiloh version. The Baker. I don't want to open it on this character, so I'll make it plain, move it down, go into the Baker, and I started with position greater than. Okay, that's what I need. Which I believe is a math node. Greater than. Need to invert it. Or sure. It's color, but All right. So now, on one side we have that character, and on the other we have the other character, or other side. Cool. Look at that. That works pretty well. IMO. IMO. So for the hands, I'm going to separate those, and they're not going to use this material. I'm just going to leave them off for right now. We'll combine them later. For the feet, we're just going to do some really simple, really simple boots. All right, very tiny feet, but they'll work. They will work. Cool. My may have merged the top of the lid though, thinking back on it. Minor ripping required. Barrel has an inside as well in case you want to make it openable. Oh, very cool. That's awesome. Yeah, then I'll just definitely be using that just for barrels and stuff in general. Bum, 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 bum. Bum. What do we think? I think that's looking pretty good. Head's messed up, but not too much to do about that. Let's go ahead and make a copy. I'll do villagers whip 01. Right now we're working on, what was her name again? It was Lily. Ella. Ella projection. Save copy. All right. Sit down again. All right. Interesting. It's like hair right here. I didn't notice that the first time around. Cool. Oops. Definitely use nodes. So what we need to do now is create a UV map. We'll go to UV maps, we'll create a second one. On our first one, this is the one we want to unwrap, which we can go ahead and apply our mirror and subdivision and go to side of active, invert and delete, add that mirror back on. And then in the editing, so we'll have to funny. For this one, we're going to do U project from view. In our shading, we need to add some UV maps. And then we can kind of cheat a little bit. Oops. Would that be working then? Interesting. That should work. I got the clothes to line up. And it's lined up on the face, so why isn't it wanting to do that? Funny. I'm telling it to use this one, though. Oh, whatever. And it's funny that it is. Gotcha. There we go. All right, so now it's lined up exactly. Cool. We can go to here, back to UV editing, because we have kind of an advantage by projecting it onto the UV map, which is we can straight up adjust the clipping. So if we want to get rid of this, should work. I don't get it. It's just not working as it should. Ejecting it. UV. Ah, I didn't choose which map it's projecting onto. Still didn't help. Interesting. This should be working. Using the second UV map, and I'm adjusting the second UV map. Why isn't it updating right there? Oh, gotcha. We would have to apply this. Because it's automatically reprojecting it that whole time. The modifier is overriding any changes I was making. Makes sense. And I can actually go ahead and add on this mirror you. Cool. Okay. Her feet came out surprisingly well, but they are very tiny. Very tiny feet. Cool. So that gets rid of the blemishes we see on the edges. Awesome. Mm. Dang, this looks really good. If I say so myself. Surprisingly cohesive. Reminds me of like 2000s video games with how they made their textures. There we go. Look at that. Dang. Look at back of the head looks disastrous though. Same with the ear. Frame. Doesn't work like that, or nope. Still pokes through. Wish I could just hide just my selection. That'd be nice, but no, I cannot. The lips look like they line up pretty perfectly, though. Yep. Funny. That'll work. Okay. Now, on our main UV map, we can begin to actually organize things. Start with this section. Because it's easy, I can just pin it and straighten it. Bam. Then for the leg, same thing, except I think that the gotcha. Cut goes here, all the way down here, mark seam. Then we'll take our edges, cut here, 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 and mark seam. Now unwrap, take the bottom of the foot, zip, zip zop, in, and straighten. Okay, cursor there, 0.6. Cool. Distribute. And this one we'll distribute with. And this one, I guess I can distribute with. We'll see how that goes. All right. Leg is done. Arm is done. What's the torso doing? What the torso doing? Yeah, not too worried about stretching there, so I think we'll just take this. No. XY0. 8. 0. Six. Boom. Boom. Hopefully I can reuse a lot of this for the next few avatars, and that's less manual moving forward. Cool. Point 2 and point 2. Has anyone been checking out the new the Suno and the Udio, the music avatars or music AIs? Not avatars, AIs. Pretty wild stuff. Oh, I think that's gonna be big. I hope to make some soundtracks for the D&D stuff. Seen it a little while back. It really seemed to have blown up this last week or so. Or with Udio at least. Was that a thing? Someone posted in a friend's server that they had an AI make a JRPG battle theme, and it was kind of impressive. They are rather impressive. I had it make a Western song about these nuts. It was pretty funny. Not like crazy funny, but just humorous. You could do it at all. Um, all right. Darn. Needed this one. See any overlap? Should be good there. Well, someone needs to make a game show around guessing what a UV map is supposed to be. Is that a face? Is it balls? Amazing. What's that song? Combination Taco Bell. Pizza Hut. That's what it reminds me of. Not sure if that's really how I want to make the throat, but it is what I will do for now. Okay. Take all of it, UV, average. Drink that a little. Take this. Rotate. This probably won't be how I do it in the future, but I think that's okay. All right. So now, gone ahead and UV mapped the body. Um, I'm kind of tempted to. There's a bunch of workflows I can imagine doing with this kind of stuff, and I just have to resist. I just have to be like, I can't do that right now. I cannot do that right now. Goal is to just get the character in, go from there. So for this one, view, eject from view, take the whole thing, let's give it back the material. And we're going to kind of cheat a little. We're just going to steal the skin color from here this way, like that. Which did not work because I did that this way. That should work. View one's the one projecting. No, it's because I have this on still. Okay. I'm just going to remove it. What? Okay. View, check from view. Why? I have it right here. There's nothing else on it. There's no mod. There is still a mod. Just get rid of that. Must have accidentally undone it somehow. There we go. Doesn't like the thumb. Oh, I know why. That'll work. All right. Just slight shadow on the hand. I'll add a mirror. All right. Ooh, tricky. But now we have some fun ability to actually begin tweaking this. Let's make a backup copy. I think I can get this down to about an hour in the future, especially if I'm starting from a character that's already UV mapped. All right, so we're going to go to shading. We're going to make a new image here that we're going to mix together. And what we'll do is take the same images, this one, and this one. Well, actually, I think this is the back image, so let's just rename that node back. And all right. I want on the front. This one. But in this one, plug in our image texture, which we use a UV, our very first UV map, and we'll make a new image at 1024 is fine. We'll call this paint mask or Ella paint mask. No alpha. Okay. Got this right here. This is the image, which we'll save into a folder. Masks. We're probably going to have a lot of those. Quite a few. Okay. Now, what that allows us to do is go into texture painting. We can go to this view, and I can straight up just paint in. Oh, maybe not. Should work. Color, paint mask. Using UV1 for overlaying. Maybe I need to swap these two. I'm confused. It should be updating. Ah, I see. Gotcha. No, it should be fully unwrapped. Am I hallucinating, or is ChatGPT hallucinating less with Blender scripts these days? They say they came out with an update, a new update for GPT Turbo or something like that. Not as nice of a blend as I was expecting. Let's go ahead and say image. Save it. We'll go back to shading. And I'm just going to get rid of it right now. Okay. Think about this a little bit more. I'd rather just put the blend. I'd just rather just get rid of the position, I think. Just straight up blend the whole thing together manually. Why is it only on some sides? Oh. Oh, duh. Okay, that I forgot I had turned on this U. Gotcha. That makes so much more sense. It's like, dang, that just looks so weird. Oh, hey there. Hey there, Xyz. Welcome. We are using Stable Diffusion to generate textures for an avatar that we're then painting onto said avatar. But we're still in the testing phase, so working some stuff out at the moment. I think we still have a little bit more work to do to really get this working properly. But the goal is to, like, in less than an hour, be able to make a character. Hopefully. Fingers crossed, at least. But I forgot that I had set it up so that we're mirroring everything, which I actually do want to do, because makes sense. So we'll go ahead and take our base here, side of active. Side of active. I was just looking at it. Select faces, invert, delete, slap on the mirror, turn on the mirror, the U. What, that's the throat right there? Yeah, for both of these, we do want them to be exactly the middle. Getting some President Screw vibes here with the butt at the front. God, it's on backwards. This time I'll walk. Fucking love that movie. Screw. What is that? There. That do. Really get good at packing everything in here, but I do want everything together. For the mouth, though, I'll just put it right here. It's fine. We need more Spaceballs. James, they never made another one. Fair. Actually, you know what? I can go ahead and apply the mirror right now. I just do that. I wouldn't be surprised to see a remake eventually. I mean, Mel Brooks is still around, which is nuts. probably good they didn't, to be honest. I mean, it's an I love I love those movies, but some of them would have a much harder time existing nowadays. Yeah, let's just fucking apply the mirror. I don't care anymore. Give me the mirror. No, no, I do care. I take it back. I do care. Oh, those films didn't age well. I mean, they certainly feel pretty rough around the edges, but a lot of them are still pretty funny. It's just, I think that there's a lot of people that wouldn't be able to view it as a joke. Oh, need more Spaceballs. In this case, not exactly integrated, but the same tool can be used with extra plugins to actually use it from within Blender. If you want it. Not sure how far those tools are now. Shame that nowadays nothing can get popular without some execs demanding more of the same until it's turned into slimy gruel. I've heard good things about the Fallout show. People seem pretty pleased with how that's coming out. I can't really say good or bad there, but gotta take care, Sam. Very busy week. Sounds good, Sky. Enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll catch you later. I'll be here at least until through a bit of Wednesday. I will not be streaming Thursday and Friday because my brother's getting married, so I'll be not streaming Thursday and Friday. I actually started watching the Fallout show. Okay. Oh, what do you think? Is it yay, nay? It looks good. Was not expecting much. I wouldn't call it great, but it's certainly beating my expectations. Gotcha. Congrats to your bro. Well, thanks. I'll pass that along. Yeah, we're just going to put the mouth right here because that fits too well. Right there. Oh, this is still so much more manual than I would like this process to be. But that's okay. That's okay. I still need to get the teeth in there somehow. All right, then now I can actually use this mask that I was making. We'll do the front first. Man, a wedding right around 420. It is on 420, actually. He is not someone who imbibes in any way, but just happens to be right on 420. I'm giving him a lot of shit about it, so have no fear. This should be painting. Ah. Paint mask. Mixing this one. I don't understand. It quite literally should be mixing right now. I don't have paint mask on. Maybe that would only make a difference on the back. It just doesn't seem to be saving or updating in real time. Literally cannot tell. Yeah. Why can't I see any updates right now? If I save, nothing. But if I paint here, I can see it updating here, but not here. Oh, frickin' Blender. Um, I have zero clue of the significance at the time. Lol. He will be 26. No, 420 is like a stoner holiday. So it updates here, but I can't seem to paint in the other one. You'll be 26. Zero close to naming sense time. Read previous message. My older cockatiel was hatched on 420. Gotcha. Oh, I see. He's kind of a lazy bird. Genuinely, I should be seeing an update right here. Something is wrong. I don't understand. What the fuck? What the fucking fuck? Okay, so I mix these two together. First, just based on position only. Looks like that. We got this harsh edge. But then I want to paint this image on top of the mixed one that we just made. So I have so I'm using this image, this factor, painted. I should be seeing it update in real time. I'm working on the main UV map, single image. Got to bounce for real this time. Maybe around for post-lunch stream. Okay, yeah, not sure. But either way, have a good afternoon. Thank you, Wendy. Same to you. Hopefully we'll catch you later. But if not, we'll be working all day. So we'll be here at least till Wednesday. At least till Wednesday. So hope to see you sometime later. Bye. Bye, Wendy. Enjoy your day. I was working on this one, though. That looks good. Like that. I do want to switch them though. I want this one to be overriding it. Should be overriding the projection. There we go. Why does this one get updated and this one doesn't? I have the mirror on. What happens if I apply the mirror and do this? No difference there, so it's not the modifier. Oh, it's just annoying. Fuck it. You know what I should do? I should just ignore this, put it here, and we'll bake it, and then I'll do another pass of editing. We'll bake it as it is right now, and then layer in each image one at a time. I don't know. I think something is wrong in my shader graph here, or my material graph, that's preventing it from working. So we'll just ignore it. Okay. So do that. Well, we will need another image, which we will call NPC Ella Bake 01. Make it 2048 by 2048. Okay, Ella. And we're going to save this image into its own folder called bakes. Save that there. This is the one we'll be baking to. And then we'll do UV map this. So we'll bake to this here. I just need to add a emission in order to actually bake it. So then we can select cycles, go down to bake, emission. Make sure this is selected and make sure our main map is selected. Save, save, and oh, and then sampling should be just one sample. I have a tendency to let my shaders grow too much. Baking is never that bad of an idea in between. I think so. It's just like, you know what? I don't want to deal with it anymore. You get baked and you get baked. What we're missing though is that I need to combine these objects. So combine, except this one. Let me figure out why the hand's busted here. I'd rather have a list of like, just break it into concrete chunks. The desire to make like a very procedural, non-destructive system is a little too strong sometimes. Interesting. Wants to bake there. That. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Then combined. All right, so now everything's one object. We go back to shading and bake one more time. Though I'd level my noise state procedure on the work non-destructive, it is what it is. Curse. A blight. All right, look at that. Packed into one texture. She's looking pretty good. Lips are a little messed up. In fact, I would prefer that the lips aren't messed up. Oh. Gotcha. Like, that really shouldn't be happening. But I see why now. See. Cool. That looks much better. Let's just review anything else. I think everything else is fine. I don't see any overlap there. Okay. Oh yeah, those lips look much better. Still a little odd, but better. Nose looks okay. Let's save everything for the moment. And we'll call this project underscore Ella. Save that. And we'll make a new material. Actually, let me back up a second. I'm actually call this Ella initial projection. Then make a new one. We'll call this Ella. Underscore 01 initial projection. And then 02 masking. Now, what we'll do is get rid of the position here. Change this one to projection. Grab the bake. Maybe I should call it bake. Bake 01. Then I can get my paint mask. I'm just going to rename this to paint mask back. All right. So what we're going to do is this will be the factor. We have the bake we just made, and we want to be painting on the back. This is us saying we want certain spots to be on the back first. Then, in the paint mask, I would like to reset the color because it looks bad. Let's do this. It's still not updating. It's still not updating. I did that whole thing to... Oh my god. Okay, maybe it's this. Doesn't know which vector to use. It's dark. Looks dark. Now is it updating? No. I don't understand. This should work. Oh. Yeah, okay. That's the paint mask. I was not using the paint mask. That would do it. There we go. Final. Okay. All right. Now, I can tell model what sections I want to keep from the back and which ones I want to get rid of on the front. Maybe. If it actually fucking updates. Actually, it's painting to black, so something else is wrong. Mixing the back. Gotcha. Here. Should have realized. This still needs to be on the projection layer using the other UV map. Yes. Ooh, a lot to figure out. A lot to figure out. That's what I would expect. Okay. It's not, I wouldn't ever see any difference on. I can do it to the face, but not any of the other layers. I'm so confused right now. Why isn't this working? Just made this one here to here. That doesn't seem right. Actually, yeah, but this would let everything through. So now, image, vert. There we go. Ah, it did take a moment to update. Okay, so I just have to swap back and forth between these views. Huh. What is going on? Don't understand. Change these two. It's just the head mesh that's updating. But everything's combined. So why would only the head mesh be updating? Let's select everything and just separate by loose parts. And if I texture paint this one now, nothing changes. Why? Should have some change. Because I have my UV map here still. Should still be projecting. Man, Subs Painter sucks. I mean, Blender sucks. This is some of the worst texture painting I've ever had to do. Why is it so bad? I'm stunned. It's actually just really bad. See, if I blend between the two, it does change the whole body. So obviously, I did set it up correct, because this is what we would expect to see from black. This is pure black layer, and then a pure white layer. So why can't I use my fucking texture image for that? But I can, but only on, or not anymore. Oh yeah, swarm. It works on the face, doesn't work on the body. Takes getting used to, that's why I complain about painting multi-material. This is more than just like complaining. Like it's just actually broken, right? Like, like it's just actually, this is some sort of bug or something that I'm encountering. Hello, Byroke. Your Blender looks like from another world program. Awesome. Well, thank you. Thank you. We're figuring some stuff out right now, struggling a little bit, making it through. I have to think on how to blend these better. Excuse me. I've never had an issue with this before. Can't say for sure, but it's usually the image source, my experience, aka user error. Hey, that's me. Maybe I have to switch this to sRGB. I mean, we should be seeing something change. It's just that simple. Like, if I plug in this color, like you can see it updating the white. It's just this image going in here and outputting on the surface with emissive. It genuinely should just work. It's just this fucking layer here. There is nothing else. It's just this image. I have just this material. I am painting on here. It's not updating. Refreshing does do something, but it just cleared it. Again, I wonder if my normals are incorrect. Haha. There we go. That's what it is. That's what it is. It's my normals. Fuck. Okay, well, good. Glad we figured it out. Mix color here. This goes into the factor, and this goes into here. Okay. So now should be able to paint this out. Twas the swap. No, it's gonna have to make me invert it. No. Oh, just fed it in twice. Right. Now we can recombine. Okay, that was exhausting, but now it really is working. Hmm. Oh. Gonna apply the mirror, go down to UV maps, select the whole thing. Put our cursor right here. Take this half. Good enough. Dang it. I think I do want it the other way. There. It's not the back overriding the front, front overriding the back. No, this makes sense. And then we'll layer it in one more time. We'll layer the front end one more time. Yeah. Cool. Slowly figuring this out. Cool. Then we'll want to duplicate this. Add in another layer here where we mix this one on here, like so. And then drop that in on the factor. But we'll need a new one. New blank 2048. We'll call it Ella mask front. Okay. And we'll save that here. Save. Okay. So for the front mask, we'll go ahead and invert image colors. And go through front. Should be working. Yeah, so annoying that it just sometimes it updates and sometimes it does not. There's not really a way for me to predict it. Oh, I'm in sculpt mode also. Moron. Moron. No, it. Do something. Oh my. Okay. Right. Exhausting. Ears are messed up, but that's okay. All right. I think that's pretty good for right now. Ay, ay, ay. That felt very painful. But now we know. A lot of that is just my misunderstanding of how the workflow should go. Not really issue with what we're doing, just incorrect assumptions. No pain, no gain. Exactly. Exactly. Cool. Um, Seam here is still pretty darn strong. I think for that we would have to go back to back mask. Let's get rid of that. All right. Let's go ahead and delete this. Or actually, should be able to make a new 1. NPC Ella Bake 02. Save. And bake. Select. Select. Bam. Oh, drop that there. Bake. Oh, would be a good idea to select the character. All NPC or no, body. Whew, rough. But now that we've gone through this once, I think the other ones will go way, way faster. Probably at least twice as fast. Not that we're done with this one though. We still need the eyes, teeth and tongues, and then a hair material. So we're not out of the woods just yet. Should have merged those a while back. I'm gonna go ahead and save here, go back to Shiloh. By the way, just to give you a heads up, depending on what you have in mind, optimization is a big thing in Resonite. While it does support quite a bit, it tends to be slow with certain things. These characters should be pretty optimized. They're basically like mobile friendly shaders. Well, except that eyeball. I just want the texture. I can find an eye texture. So we'll go back to Villager, make a UV sphere. Yeah, that should be good. 90. For example, animated or rigged objects are usually quite heavy. Hello, Magic Mouse 0986. Is this Avatar Quest or PC? This will basically be a Quest avatar in terms of the performance we're targeting. But we'll be making it for Resonite, not for VR chat. So it will actually, I guess we'll be making it for both. More of a test than anything. Right now we're trying to make a few characters using stable diffusion to kind of like generate a texture like this and then project it onto a character or a model. There. So there's our eye. And we'll call this eye. Add a mirror. We'll soon go in and paint out a lot of the stuff here. This is a test. Do I really need that much? I don't know. We'll see. Still experimenting. Still. Let's get an iris texture. Guess textures. Textures folder. I'll put in. No need for another folder right now. Just drop it right in there. Real or here. Image texture. Open. Way too big. But that's more on the image itself. So open this up with Photoshop and adjust its size. And 24. Okay. Actually, take that back. We'll do image canvas size. Oh Lord. Some haunting blue eyes. All right. Definitely still feeling super rough around the edges. A lot more to figure out for this workflow. I may just end up redoing this character. Or moving on to the next character and going from there. Let's get her rigged though. We should rig her. And we'll get ARP. Yes, ARP. Trying. I'm trying. Get the teeth, whatever. There is no. All right. Hmm. Hmm. Missing my. Oh, they're right here. Super low. Fuck. It's weird. Oh. Um. Merge by distance. Bam. Put the cursor here. Go to the rig. Rig. Edit reference bones. Oh lord. It's messy. Spot. Selection to cursor. Pop ref. So this must be. Where's the eye itself? That's not good. Is it in there? Not sure if your rigs from AutoRig give you problems on export import and Resonite. Sure, however, there's a rigging requirements page, perhaps some specifics that are different from your workflow. I think basically it just doesn't like twist bones. Resonite does not like twist bones, or the auto setup does not like twist bones. I think I have to match it. There we go. Go. Decent. Let's take the head, pop that off, take the body, select, bind, and bind. Bam, bam. Or I should just go here. Find the eyes. Sign and ah, ah. Auto setup and all manual rocket science options are different, of course. All right, we'll be going on lunch in just a moment. Some parts of this were really painful, but overall, I think we got to a pretty decent result for what we're trying to do rapidly, which is the whole point. And I'm just not going to worry about perfecting this one. I'm just going to go back and do another one. Do one from scratch. Which may seem like a lot of work. It is. But also should give me insight into what I'd rather start it from scratch and improve that process than try to get this working from the ground up. But came out very well. She looks good. She needs hair. And teeth and tongue. Maybe we'll do that when we get back. Let's get those working. Twerking and working. All right, it is time. I'm going to go ahead and go on lunch. It's 11:53. Again, I'll be back very, very soon. We'll try to make a few more avatars. I think we can get at least... I think we get all of them done today. Well, I don't really want to do all of them today. I'll probably do one more today, and then we'll jump into Resonite and start getting them integrated, testing them, seeing how they work, all that jazz. Because I want to get to doing D&D in Resonite as soon as possible. So, have a nice break. I will. Thank you, Snardom. Thank you, Arctic. And anyone else that's lurking out there, thank you all for hanging out this morning. It's been a very eventful morning. Happy Monday again. Wow, the week's just getting started. I'll probably have a longer stream today since I'll be missing the end of the week. So hang around. We'll see you soon. Or anyone that's new here, definitely hit that follow and subscribe. I'm just taking lunch. I'll be back shortly. So be notified for it. Anyway, I'll catch you all in a little bit. Bye. Bye, everyone. Bye.